Today, we need to talk about fake news in tech and what exactly that means. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. And today, we are going to discuss fake news in tech. It's something that's been bothering me for quite some time. There are news outlets on the internet that like to take unverified information and turn that information into what people might construe as factual stories. One of the biggest perpetrators of this is Forbes. The Forbes website and particular writers at Forbes have established a pattern of taking what is not actually fact and stating it as though it were, or at least giving the impression that it is. We're going to go through a few articles, and I'm going to show you where this particular writer tends to take information that is not verifiable and turn it into something that gives the impression that it's fact. And in journalism, that's basically a no-no. If you are going to state something as fact, you have to have two verifiable independent sources that corroborate one another in order to state something in a way that might make it seem as though it's fact. So, without further ado, let's switch the viewpoint here and take a look at this article. Okay, so here we have a story by Gordon Kelly, senior contributor in consumer tech at Forbes. And we have a headline: Samsung reveals radical new Galaxy smartphone. Now remember that. Samsung reveals radical new Galaxy smartphone. The lead in this is Samsung's heavily leaked Galaxy S11 is already making the Galaxy S10 and Note 10 look out of date. But Samsung may have an even more exciting smartphone planned. So that is what we expect to read about as we get into this article. So let's scroll down. You see here, and this is an important point, you see that we have a picture of a smartphone, or a design, it looks like a smartphone, and the fact that this picture is right below these lines, Samsung may have an even more exciting smartphone planned. You see this picture after those lines, and you assume that this is the smartphone that this person is talking about. However, that's not the case. This is simply a render of a potential look for the Galaxy S11. It's not stated here that that's what it is, and it's not stated here that this is not an actual smartphone. Okay? So right after this lead, we have this, and we read this, we look at this, and we believe that this is what is being written about. The article goes on now to say Samsung has published a new patent revealing work on a radical new smartphone with bezel-less design and triple front-facing cameras. But now let's look back up here. A bezel-less design, but no triple front-facing cameras in view here. What we come to find out is that this is what is actually being referred to as a radical new design in this article. Immediately after showing this and discussing the patents revealing a radical new smartphone with bezel-less design and front-facing cameras, the writer at this point stops reporting the news and then goes on to make suppositions based on his own opinion. So we have these patent images filed. They're right here. They've got the cameras, as was mentioned. He goes on to say, Samsung has already shown us this is not the direction the company is headed. How? Because after the dual front-facing array of the Galaxy S10 Plus, it pulled the design from the Galaxy Note 10, a more expensive phone, to go back to a less obtrusive single lens. So increasing the cutout to 3 cameras is not an option. Now, where does he get the information that this is not an option when he's already referred to these supposedly real patent design documents? We don't know. We don't know where this is his opinion. This is not news. This is his opinion. He goes on to say, Instead, the answer has been sitting out in the open for some time. Back in November 2018, Samsung product marketing director Hassan Anjum revealed the new Infinity display, a notchless, bezel-less panel which hides the cameras under the display. At the time, he said the new Infinity displays were just around the corner, and I can't wait to tell you more about them. The writer then goes on to inject more of his opinion in this already murky news report that he is putting before us. Personally speaking, I would be blown away if it hits the Galaxy S11, but I suspect it may launch instead in a concept device or even the Galaxy Note 11 at the end of the year. So let's recap. We've gone from Samsung reveals radical new Galaxy smartphone. That's the headline. Samsung reveals radical new Galaxy smartphone. By the time we get halfway through, we are not talking about a radical new smartphone. We are talking about what this writer thinks might happen about something that is entirely different than what has actually been stated as the purpose for this article. And this is what I suppose he's using as a source for the unveiling of the new Infinity display. We have here the Infinity U, the Infinity V, the Infinity O. There is nothing about this illustration, this photograph, that says the new Infinity display is going to be anywhere. If this is in fact what he's referring to as November 2018 new Infinity display revealed, a notchless bezel-less panel, there's nothing here to suggest that this is actually going to exist on any smartphone. It's just a concept, just like this is a concept. There is no basis in fact that says that this is a real thing. So he thinks that it might show up in a concept device instead. Maybe the Galaxy Note 11 at the end of the year. Now he brings up another subject. Why would you need triple front-facing cameras? You don't. You need the extra slot for cutting-edge facial recognition. At what point were we discussing facial recognition? And still, where is the revealed radical new Galaxy smartphone? It is nowhere in this document. We have reached the end. We have reached the end. And he says, yes, if this tech makes it into the Galaxy S11, it will be a game changer because we already know the phone packs groundbreaking camera, upgraded design, major performance increases, and next-gen memory, supersized fingerprint sensor, and AI-focused image processing. It could also contain revolutionary battery tech. Here's where he tries to get himself off the hook, but I remain skeptical. Perhaps Samsung is saving it for the controversial all-new Galaxy One. So ends the article. We've walked through this entire article, and I want you to tell me, where did Samsung reveal a radical new Galaxy smartphone? Nowhere. Nowhere. We can go further, though. We can look at some of these claims. All of this game-changing stuff that we already know about is linked to other places. You would think that that means it's linked to a third-party source that's somehow, in one way or another, verifiable. But let's look at what we get instead. I clicked all these links and we'll just walk through them. We get Snapdragon 865 leaked benchmark sync Galaxy Note 10. This supposition is based on the fact that it says here that ICE Universe has revealed the performance level of Qualcomm's next generation Snapdragon 865 chipset and confirmed it will be used in the S11. So let's look at ICE Universe revealing that performance level and confirming that it would be used in the S11. This is we have a tweet. This is the first Snapdragon 865 Geekbench score. Single core more than 4,000, multi-core close to 13,000. If no accident, and that's where ICE Universe gives himself an out, it will be used for Galaxy S11. And he goes on to show a screen grab of a Geekbench score. Now, is there any way to verify that this is in fact real? Does ICE Universe give his source? Does ICE Universe verify that source with another source? No, this is not news. This is a leaked rumor. I also want to point out again that we have this photo that we had in our previous article, and the cut line here says Samsung Galaxy S11 will be a big advance on the Galaxy Note 10. Concept render. Okay, so he identifies this as a concept render from Phone Arena this time. He didn't do that here. Yeah, no cut line explaining the context of this photo whatsoever. Then we move on. Samsung S11 reports reveals Samsung's big iPhone rival feature. Galaxy S11 report reveals Samsung's big iPhone 11 rival feature. Again, we scroll down to find out what the source is for that report, and we get ICE Universe again. A new beginning by revealing it will mimic the most exciting feature from Apple's iPhone 11 range, Deep Fusion. Where is the actual news? Where is the actual verifiable news here that will justify this headline? It's not there. It's not there. There is, again, a leak from a person who posts leaks on Twitter that says Samsung is also developing the Deep Fusion function similar to the iPhone 11 Pro, and it really plays the role of the NPU in taking pictures and videos. We can look forward to the Galaxy S11. That is not a confirmation of a feature. It is in no way confirmation of a feature. We have to be clear about that. I could go on. I've pressed the links to all these different stories that are referenced in this original article down here, and shows you that they are tangentially, at best, related to what's being referred to here. This paragraph in the original article that we looked at gives the impression that these are facts that we know. It says, we know the phone packs this stuff. It doesn't. We don't know that. It's in no way proven in any way, shape, or form. I'm saying all of this in hopes that by pointing out how the title refers to the content, how the lead is supposed to take us to better description of what is being stated in both the title and the lead, and that doesn't happen in this article. It doesn't happen. So when you look at tech journalism, you have to understand the goals of journalism, which are to report facts and verify those facts, and what is strictly rumor that's being supported here as fact. It's not fact. There's nothing factual about it. Heed my warning. Buyer beware when reading articles like this. If it isn't sourced correctly, if it doesn't follow the title and the lead, then it's not news.